Today, as we come to celebrate the fifth Sunday in Ordinary Time, the Gospel passage reminds us that Jesus could be very bold sometimes as he began to preach and gathered crowds around him. He would look around and solve the problem of how to speak to the greatest number of people with the greatest amount of ease. And so today he simply puts himself into Peter's boat. And that particular action changes Peter's life and in many ways the whole direction of the entire world. As Peter simply says, allows him to get in and to preach the gospel. Jesus is allowed to proclaim the message to a lot more people. He's messaging that the preaching of the gospel will be outside of the temple, that he'll be the center of the gospel message, and that he is bringing the love of God to all people through his preaching, through his healing, through his feeding, through his miraculous works. And so we too are invited to be part of the large crowd. But we're also invited to be Petrine, to be kind of imitate Peter in this gospel, and to allow Jesus into our boats, into our lives, into our hearts and minds and souls, if we can use that metaphor. And so as Jesus gets into our boat, we can recognize that he's going to challenge us. Even though we've been working hard at doing something, he'll challenge us to go in another direction. He'll also challenge us, we'll see later on, to not be afraid. And he'll also, when he challenges us and picks us out to assist him, he'll also bring us success and glory, as St. Peter had when after fishing all night unsuccessfully with his companions, with the help of Jesus, he was able to, again, gather a net full of fish. And that's part of the message for all of us, that with the help of Jesus in our lives, with the help of personally, but then also as the church, we will fill up our nets, fill up our churches with people who have come to know who Jesus Christ is, the crowds that are attracted by Jesus. And the wonderful thing about it, is so important to remember, is that it's always Jesus is inviting us to be who we are, just as he invited Peter to remain who he was, and just shifted the focus of his life just a little bit. We see that with St. Paul, a zealous, energetic, enthusiastic person who went from attacking Christians to gathering as many Christians with the same zeal and enthusiasm and intelligence. So too with Peter and his strong fisherman work ethic. He gathered people, and so too will we with all of our different talents and abilities in the boat with Jesus, a call to bring more and more people into relationship with him. That's evangelization. Sometimes we do it by healing, other times we do it by sharing the message of Jesus with others. In all things, Jesus is with us in order to bring us success. So this day I hope that you might reflect on how you might be successful by inviting Jesus into our boat, and into your boat, into our boat, and recognizing that this is what God is calling all of us to do all the time. God bless you.